Board of Ed, we have student athletes Elijah Price, Corey Kemper, Tayshawn Comer, Coach Steve Alford. Coach, let's start with you.
Yeah, just these guys have been a blessing all year. We've talked about it all year, how fun they have been to coach. And after playing Air Force just 4 or 5 days ago and beating them twice during the year, we knew that it's always hard to beat somebody 3 times, and it was really going to be about our maturity and how we approach the game, how we approach the last 2 days in practice. And these guys, these 3 and the other guys in the locker room, have just done a really good job of doing that. And they've been a very close, unified group, and it's been fun to coach them. So I was happy for them because I thought our start was really good. We started 12-0 at Reno, and come out here and start 13-0, and really put them in a tough spot going into halftime. Is a credit to the effort of the guys.
And Coach, questions for the student athletes?
Great news from the Mountain West for all of you guys. I mean, 12 players on the score sheet, I think 9 with at least 5 points. Regardless of the result, how much of a positive impact can that make, just spreading the ball around, getting everyone points?
Yeah, definitely a positive impact when everybody gets involved. It's a team game, so when we move the ball and share it at a high level and everybody eats, it's fun to play.
I think that's what we do it for, to be able to get the guys that don't play as much time, to be able to get in this type of tournament. We know we're going to play great teams, and for us to just get a lead and be able to have those guys come in and get some playing time was big.
Like he said, when all 14 guys can get out there and get on the court, give us great energy, great playing time, it's always great.
The biggest reaction from the bench was when Christopher came in. Can you just tell us, for people who don't know, why the bench reaction was so loud and rowdy when he came in?
Told Coach, birds gotta fly. Gotta let the bird fly. Nah, Chris is our guy. He works super hard in practice every day, and he's there for everybody when we don't have great practices and games, so we love him.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Elijah, what about that start? Just, I guess, most impressed you, and you guys were obviously focused. Can you kind of just take us into the mindset coming into this one?
Yeah, Coach talked about us being mature at halftime, that we needed to be mature going into the second half. I think we started the game off being pretty mature, knowing it's a team we've beat twice already, but understanding the importance of how we come out and start the game.
Tayshawn and Corey, both your first taste of this tournament. Just your impressions. I'll start with you, Tay, and maybe getting a game under your belt and a game where you guys got to rest a little bit, but maybe learn the rims and all of the above.
Yeah, I mean, we are players, so it wasn't really a big difference, but really just getting comfortable early, just getting comfortable. It's nothing really crazy, just another basketball game.
I would say I'm just glad we looked at this game one game at a time, but didn't look too far ahead. It's always hard to beat a team 3 times, so I'm just glad we locked in and got the job done.
Of course, jumping into tomorrow now, Elijah, I'm sure GCU wanted to see you guys again down here. You obviously did not visit them. The game that happened at Lawler Event Center was a crazy win for you guys. Just how do you size up this matchup tomorrow, because it should be fun?
Yeah, it'll be a big time game. We're just focused on what we have to do on both ends of the ball and playing our best, and we'll live with the result.
Tayshawn, I know it was a while ago, but when you look at that contest and the way it turned out, and now to see him again, just what do you expect to transpire? What are going to be some of these keys tomorrow, I suppose?
Well, expect to win, of course, but just going in there, go back to the drawing board, look at their last couple games and how they've been playing, and do our diligence on them and come here ready to play and ready to fight.
Corey, do you feel like you guys are clicking and have the right chemistry at the right time to maybe win 4 in 4 days here?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we're clicking at the right time. Not even just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well.
Anything else for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, in a game like this, in a tournament setting, the score becomes what it does. It could be easy to lose focus. You talked about the maturity. It definitely didn't seem like you lost focus at all. What are you saying to your team late on in the game, and especially after the game as you're preparing for a big game tomorrow?
Well, we just coach them during the game, but now we'll get back to the hotel and we turn our focus to Grand Canyon. So like we've done all year long, it's just in a tournament setting, you don't have a lot of rest. You're gonna suit it up and do this again at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. So we gotta get back, staff will get our guys fed, get them some treatments and a little bit of rest, and then staff will work through dinner, and we'll meet them sometime tonight to go over things. But obviously a quick turnaround, and you're in the quarterfinals, and the final 8 that are in it are all going to be outstanding teams. So you're going to have to play your best basketball. And I thought we played really good basketball today.
It's already been mentioned, but a crazy game against Grand Canyon already. They're new to this tournament. Just what are some of the unique challenges that they pose?
Yeah, but they got the conference colors, so they should be very pleased with that. I mean, this is my 13th year in this league, so I got to talk to Gloria when this is all over, because you can't have purple. And we got a team now in our league that's purple. So, they got a huge advantage because they got the entire conference wearing their colors right now. So that game back in Reno was fun, it was exciting, and Bryce and I are dear friends with the Alford family and the Drew family go way, way back. He's an Indiana guy, and his dad was a great coach at Valparaiso, and so I've known Scott, Bryce, Homer, the whole family for a long time. So that was a crazy game, and we talked about it afterwards, and they have played extremely well. They're well coached, and they're a very hard team to play against, and we know that. So, I think they're the 4 seed, so they'll be in more white than purple. So I think that might help us a little bit. We'll throw a lot of blue at them.
Steve, what was the most satisfying part of this effort for your guys?
Just the start of both halves. Like I said, to start the last game we played them was 12-0. This game was 13-0. We held them 10 first half points. I thought our defense was outstanding. Guys followed the scouting report. They listened. We made some minor adjustments from game 2, and they just executed well. And we shot the ball well because we got good shots. So at halftime, when you're up 29, then it's about maturity level of how's your approach going to be, especially in the first 10 minutes of that second half. And I thought it was outstanding. And so anytime you can have a game where you got 14 guys you can play and they all get in, and 12 of them score, all of them made a difference. Chris didn't score, but he got a rebound. Miles didn't score, but he had a rebound and 3 assists. Everybody did something, and that's always a lot of fun from a coaching standpoint.
A lot of smiles all around toward the end, and you have spoken about how quick this season has went, which it's been enjoyable for you. I guess how much are you guys just leaning into the joy of it all and soaking in these moments together down here?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. But as we talk about, that's what makes March so maddening. We're not allowed. We get another game because we won one. Once you lose, you're not guaranteed you get another one. It's the only month that's like that. November, you always have another one. December, you always have another. January, February, you always have another one. But when you get into March Madness, there's a finality to it. And so you can't have anxiety, you can't have worry, you got to trust. And, as a man of faith, I'm not worried, but I got concerns because I know how good Grand Canyon is, but I know we're very good. And I think you got 2 teams playing really good basketball right now, and that should make for a lot of fun tomorrow. But I want our guys always playing with joy and having a lot of fun, and I think they're doing that.
In that game against GCU, it was a struggle at times for you guys to score. I guess, what do you feel like are going to be some of the keys in this one, at least as much as you're wanting to reveal?
Well, I haven't seen it, and obviously I'm not going to reveal it, any game plan, but I think both teams struggle to score. So you throwing shade at us, I think both teams struggle to score. So it's going to be who can guard the best tomorrow. It's going to be who can I've said it all along, March is about teams that defend and teams that make shots. And those are usually teams that advance. And you're not going to have a lot of games where you don't guard well or you don't make shots and expect to advance in March. It usually doesn't happen that way.
Coach, you talked about how playing all these different players today was impactful, and you had 39 bench points today alone. How important was that for the team today and then going into GCU tomorrow?
Well, I hope it's great because I think we only Corey played 22 minutes, and that was high for us. Nobody else played 20 minutes. So for us to start a tournament where obviously we know what our deal is, we've got to win 4 games in 4 days. So our depth is crucial because I do think we're a deep team. We're healthy. You know, we went 16 games without Joel. Our starting center was gone for 16. Corey was gone for 4 or 5. So it's about now, if we're late in March, we're into March Madness and we're healthy. We have 14 healthy bodies. Nobody got hurt today. So we're healthy going into that game tomorrow, and nobody played more than 20 minutes. One guy played more than 20. So that's a plus. If we had to play 8 guys 30-some minutes, that's a little different going into tomorrow. So, you know, I think we will be as rested as you can be after playing a game here. We've gotten our feet wet. We've got a lot of, like 10 new guys that have never played UNLV in here, but they've never been in a Mountain West Conference tournament. So they've got a taste of that now going into tomorrow's game, and I think that helps.
Okay. Anything else? Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.